Hello, and welcome to another episode in the Georgia Workers' Compensation video series. My name is Jason Perkins. I'm an attorney who specializes in handling Georgia workers' compensation cases. I created this series of videos to provide people who've been hurt at work in Georgia with helpful information about Georgia's workers' compensation laws and the benefits they should receive under those laws. Now, let's jump straight into today's topic. Today, I'd like to talk to you about, does Georgia workers' compensation pay by direct deposit? Well, the answer to that question is both yes and no. There are currently three main types of companies that pay benefits under Georgia's workers' compensation law. In some situations, it's a workers' compensation insurance company. In others, it's a self-insured employer. And in yet others, it's a third-party administrator paying the workers' compensation benefits. And these benefit payments are usually payments that are made weekly, such as temporary total disability, temporary partial disability, or permanent partial disability, or one-time payments like a settlement payment. And so currently, as the workers' compensation law stands, these payers have a choice of how they pay benefits, and you have a choice of how you receive benefits. Now, under the law in Georgia, it currently defaults to payments being made by mail, but it does allow for direct deposit as a payment option if both you and the payer agree to that. Must workers' compensation companies make payments by direct deposit? No, under the law in Georgia as it currently stands, insurance companies, self-insured employers, and third-party administrators are not required to offer direct deposit as a payment option, but many of them do offer it as a payment option. So you can certainly reach out to the payer benefits in your case, or if you have a workers' compensation attorney, have your attorney reach out on your behalf and inquire as to whether direct deposit is a payment option. And if they do offer it as an option and you'd like to sign up for that, there's normally going to be a form that has to be completed. Now, when the payer of benefit sends you this form, be sure to review it. Make sure it is what you're wanting to do. Make sure it also doesn't ask for any information that shouldn't be provided to the workers' compensation insurance company. And this rule really applies to any form that you're completing in your workers' compensation case. You're going to want to make sure that the form is really something that you should sign or fill out before you complete it. And if you have a workers' compensation attorney in your case, then you definitely don't want to sign a form without going over that form with your workers' compensation attorney to make sure that it's one that should be completed. So, are there potential advantages to signing up for direct deposit in a Georgia workers' compensation claim? Yes, the main advantage is probably timeliness of payment. Since the default method of payment in a Georgia workers' compensation claim is by mail, the insurance company, when they're mailing a check, is just sticking it in the mail to you. And Georgia law measures the timeliness of the workers' compensation payment by the date it was mailed. So the insurance company does not have to get you the payment by a certain date, they just have to get it in the mail by a certain date. Whatever happens with the payment after it's mailed properly is not the responsibility of the insurance company. And so, especially maybe with recent issues in the mail, it may take you days or weeks or potentially longer to get the payment. With direct deposit, the mail is taken out of the equation. Instead, the timeliness of the payments is determined by when the insurance company institutes an automated clearinghouse electronic funds transfer with its financial institution. And generally, you're going to receive the payment shortly after that, which is much quicker than you might receive it by mail. This can be very important, especially when you're trying to keep up with bills and other things that you need to pay after workers' compensation injury, and you're already receiving less per week than you would have if you're working, because workers' compensation is generally only paying you 2/3 of what you earned when you were working as opposed to your full lost wages. I hope you found the information in this video helpful. If you have, please consider two things before you go. First, I'd really appreciate if you give this video a like or a thumbs up. And consider subscribing to this channel if you'd like to be notified of future videos in the Georgia Workers' Compensation video series. Second, if you've got workers' compensation questions, please reach out to get answers. I offer free consultations in Georgia workers' compensation cases. If you'd like to set one of those up, there's two easy ways you can do so. The first is by calling the phone number at the bottom of the screen, and the other is by reaching out to us to our website, which is www.perkinslawtalk.com. Just click on and submit the pre-consultation request form there, and a member of our team will reach out to you and get a consultation scheduled. I'd like to thank you again for watching this video today. I'd like to wish you the best of luck as you recover from your injuries.